Well, first it gets cut by a man named Red. He has a big disc mower, it's called. I think it's 6 orbital blades. Cuts a, I don't know, 8-foot swath. Lays down all the grass. And you go over and so the grass is just laying down. And then you go over and you ted it with this thing that's like, it's got almost fingers, and it just sort of fluffs the hay up behind you. Just fluffing it up so that the air can get exposed to it. And you do that really probably a couple times so that you can get that hay dry. Because we were making dry hay. A lot of people make wet hay now, or they call it baleage.
Is that just because it's easier, or is it supposed to be better for?
You know, I've heard people say it's better for their animals. And I fed both types last year, and the animals liked the dry hay better, from what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I'm no scientist, but I kind of am, but I'm not. But I don't have a degree, so, you know. And so I'm not a scientist, but I like dry hay because you don't have to wrap it in plastic. So I reckon, do some reckoning, that I reckon the reason people like wrapping it in plastic is because it feels safe, right? Once you get it wrapped in plastic, you don't have to store it indoors. And you don't have to you don't have to tether it. You don't have to worry about getting it dry. You don't have to worry about the weather. You can just, like, yesterday they were cutting and baling it like an hour later.
Wow.
Making it into bales, and then they were taking it back to it was the Santos brothers. They were taking it back to their farm and wrapping it in plastic. Same day.
For the dry baling, that's how they've been doing it forever, right? Or a long time. Whereas the plastic,
before plastic.
yeah, the plastic makes it into something else, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, when they were doing hay and back in the day, it was, you just go around with pitchforks and throw hay wait till it's dry, and then throw hay onto a wagon, and then throw hay off the wagon into your barn, and you just got a big pile of hay. And then, I don't know when somebody came up with a hay baler, and then it was off and running, you know?
Yeah.
Now we got the round bales, which are great. I mean, you can feed the cows with a round bale for, what, depending on how many cows you have, but our cows probably get 2.5 days out of one bale, as long as you got a tractor to move it out there. And if you had a couple of friends, you could probably roll it.
If we set them up in the right way initially.
Right, yeah. But you know, that round baling machine costs like $30,000.
Wow.
And it takes, not only that, but you got to have a 100 horsepower tractor to run it. That's a big tractor. Our tractor is 40 horsepower. So,
big investment.
it's a lot to get into that business. But we're tiptoeing. We'll see. I don't know if I'll ever own a 100 horsepower tractor.
How many bales came out of this? Cut.
Well, we did, so Red cut, what did we cut? About 20 acres, the last batch we did. And from there, I had 6 acres of that was mine. 14 acres of it was his. So I don't know how many bales they got. I think they got like 65 or 70, and I got, what did I get? 21 off of 6 acres.
21 rounds plus the squares?
Yes, and 300 squares. Yeah, thank you for remembering that. I always forget about the squares. It's a lot of fun. Sitting on a tractor, driving around the field, feeling like you're doing something useful and productive, and you're harvesting. I mean,
Yeah, it must feel good to feed it out in the winter after after haying it in the summer.
I mean, harvesting. Everybody loves harvesting, right?
You'd think so.
People like harvesting and planting, it seems. I guess there's people who like maintenance.
Cultivating and maintenance.
They seem to be more rare. People who like maintenance.
Well, there's less immediate satisfaction from it.
Yeah.
Harvesting, you're eating it that day maybe, and I mean, it feels pretty good to plant something and see it jump up in a few days.